Welcome back to Light Talk, where the paranormal and the supernatural is a part of our everyday life. I am looking for guests right now, so go ahead and email me at lighttalk423 at gmail.com if you have stories to tell. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I am welcoming from my heart to our next guest today. She's going to be amazing, so let's get started. Go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll start. Welcome.
Oh, Dana, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jen Mitchell Love. I have been a family law attorney for the last 19 years. And first nine, I was in the courtroom as litigator. The last 10, I've been out of court in the role of mediator. And now I am guiding clients through the divorce journey with love and mindfulness. And now the business is taking a little bit of a shift into, of course, we do all the legal stuff, but now I'm focusing more on the soul contract of marriage and like the reflections that each person, that they're giving to one another and helping my clients to understand those reflections, better understand why they're so uncomfortable, why they're feeling these feelings that they can't stand to feel anymore. And they've been feeling throughout their whole life, which really their lineage on both sides have felt those feelings their whole lives too. And now I'm helping my clients shift into a space of becoming the co-creator of their life, like really feeling the feelings of their dream life and consciously releasing any attachment to anything that is not serving anymore and just isn't in alignment.
That's pretty awesome. I love what you do. I think that is so needed out here in this world that we live in now. And I think it's great, a great
Oh,
source
I
for
love you.
people to go to. Yeah.
Thank
So
you. I love what I do.
that's awesome. You have to love what you do,
Yeah,
right?
and I love serving in this capacity of like using my expertise, using my education, using my life experience, my spiritual experiences, to really, fuel that space to serve others. It's such a gift and such an honor. So I'm always so grateful. Every day I'm grateful for the work that I do and being able to do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Applause to you. So how do you work with the soul contract with in a relationship like this?
Yeah. Well, first, it's just sharing with my clients that it is a soul contract. I think a lot of people see relationships, especially marriage, as like it needs to be a certain way. Like if it isn't this way, then it's bad. Or if it is, it's good, or it's right, or it's wrong, or whatever. And then, each person in the marriage has to like play a part and a role and it has to be this certain way. And so that's kind of the first step is like helping my clients recognize like this is a soul contract, which means, before you were born, when you were wherever we are before we're born, you both had a conversation and you were like, okay, let's go back into the human form. And in this lifetime, I want to learn, X, Y, and Z, and I want to heal this. I don't want to go through this again. I want this to be done in this lifetime. And your spouse, you're talking about the marriage soul contract, your spouse, to be is next to you and is like, oh my gosh, like that's a lot. Like that's a lot in a lifetime. Are you sure you want to do that? And you're like, yes, I do. I know I can do it. I'm strong enough. And then your spouse is like, okay, great. I love you so much. And I want this for you so badly because you want it so much. And from a space of love, I'm going to play that part perfectly. And I am going to show you everything that you need to be shown in order to heal. And so that's really that soul contract of marriage, that container. And you just shared, Dana, 30 years. It's like, that's so amazing and just so beautiful to hear that, and my heart is so happy for you and for your husband because it's such a beautiful space to be in for that long of a time, because the soul contract is your spouse is the only person in the whole world that can show you the things that you came here to heal in that container of marriage. And so that's usually the first part of it is like, okay, just this is a soul contract. And then the second part is like, opening space for people. People see divorce as like it's so destructive, it's a battle, it's a fight, it has to take years, and your kids are affected and all of those things. And it's like divorce is none of those. I mean, of course, in the court system, when I was a former litigation attorney, yes, it is that way. But really, divorce is saying, okay, all of the reflections, all of the soul contracts that you had together have been fulfilled. And now it's time to shift into a new space of relationship and for your energetic vibration to change too. And solace, I'm always guiding, let's raise the vibration. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that's the soul
how does
contract.
so how does your clients work with that? I mean, is it tough for them to start thinking in this type of way, or is it pretty easy for them?
So that's a really good question because I've been doing this for a decade. So I've been working, building, growing, solace, exploring how far can I take it? What can I really share? Um, and it's just been recently, in probably the past 2 months, that I've really started coming out and talking about this soul contract exactly the way that I just shared it with you. For a long time before, solace has always been very spiritual. It's always been very mindful. It's always been very holistic. But those words weren't resonating with people, or it was my own space of like talking to my dad and being like, hey dad, this is the divine message that came through. This is what it is. This is what I want to do in solace in the practice. This is what I want to incorporate into the divorce journey. And then I used to ask him like, how do I say this in a way that's going to resonate with the third dimensional human? And so I don't know which one it is. Like I think it could have been me that was kind of holding it back because I was maybe playing a role of like attorney, and this is a legal thing and this is going to freak people out if I start talking about this. And in the past couple of months, it's just I feel so strongly that there is a shift in our human consciousness. I can feel it in myself. I feel it in my friends. I feel it with my clients where this beautiful space has opened up where it's like, okay, let's do it. If we're going to do this and we're really going to divorce differently, let's divorce in like the fifth dimensional way, where it's rooted in love and empowerment and growth and gratitude. And yeah, like really a lot of mindfulness of shifting from one space to another. And when kids are involved, it's like you're always a family. You can still love each other. You just aren't married.
Right, right. I love that. That's a great way because I see so many that it's just hard on them. It's so
Yeah,
hard. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
terrible.
It's
And if
crazy.
you think about like it's the lineage, it's the programs, it's the way people think divorce is, and it's nothing like that. It's actually a portal. It could be a very transformative portal into a higher and greater, expression of yourself.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, what kinds of steps would you go with in speaking with your clients on this? I mean, is there a specific type of steps that you help them grow to that higher energy, or is it just
Yeah.
how
So
do you
I
go about that?
Yeah, so I have an 8-step process, and right now it's kind of just part of the divorce journey where we're talking about legal stuff, and then we'll talk about more of the spiritual emotional stuff. And I'm at a space now with Solace where she is opening in the sense where she's growing, and we're going to start training, attorneys to do the work that I do. And so I am in the process of creating like a parallel process, where the attorneys can do the legal mediation, and then I'm creating like a module, that the clients can watch as they go through the journey. So it's kind of
Wow.
both processes parallel. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. That's awesome.
It's
Beautiful
going to be
stuff.
fun.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah. Yeah. When we were talking before, we spoke of like some nature talking, and
hmm
that's why I pulled up my tree picture in the
I
background
love it.
because
I love nature so much. It's such a beautiful gift. Yeah.
that's my mountains
It's
in
beautiful.
Colorado. Yeah.
Yep.
So I know you were talking to me about hugging trees and talking to trees.
Mhm.
And how did you come about working with trees in nature like this?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I've been on a spiritual path for the last 15 years, but I would say like even in college, I was a philosophy, political science double major. So philosophy is very spiritual. But the last 15 years of my life for sure have been very heavily focused on manifestation, on really how do I create in my exterior reality the life that I've created, my dream life that I've created inside my mind. And just throughout the course of that, there's just been a lot of shifts. And being in nature is an absolute must for me every day. And it's something that I coach my clients on. I think, and I do feel that that's kind of the reason that there's so many things that are just really not working right now in the world, like so many systems and people are so unhappy and there's like a lot of stuff happening. And I really do attribute it to we've lost our connection with nature. Like we used to be outside a lot more. I was born in 76 and I grew up outside and now I have 3 kids and it's like a constant get outside, get outside, get outside, because now we have devices and we have TV. We have just so much more than we had before. But nature it's a natural alchemist, like those beautiful trees behind you in the totem, trees are to the south and they are givers of energy. So when you're outside, you're feeling the plants, they are giving you all of this beautiful energy. And hugging trees, I mean, there's like scientific studies on it. But if you hug a tree, and I always put my third eye on it too, and I do it, and it helps me to feel very calm. And I actually can see like these waves kind of, and I feel like whatever those waves are, I just feel the tree is helping take all of anything that is not serving, anything that is not in alignment with the vibration of the tree, which is divine vibration, the vibration of abundance, the vibration of joy, love, gratitude, all of the highest vibrations. So yeah, I'm always hugging trees. I love being in nature. And then you have animals when you're outside in nature, and those are receivers of energy. So animals actually mirror to you the energy that you have, and they help displace energy that doesn't feel good. And then you have minerals, rocks and minerals, and those hold and transform. So you're in this natural space of alchemy that is able to clear so much. And I just feel when you're in nature, that's when you're connected to nature, that's when you truly are connected to self and truly are connected to the divine. And it feels amazing. It's kind of like a break, it's like a vacation for our nervous system and for our mind. I think we do so much. Our conscious mind is like going, going, going. And I think nature, yeah. So thank you for your background of nature. It's so beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like we try to go camping a lot, and there's this one spot that has really clicked with me. And I always picture this spot when I think of mountains now, and I always go to that spot,
Oh,
and it's got the river
yeah.
right there, and it's got the meadow on the other side of it, and it's got
Hmm.
like the trees all around, and um, but yeah, I love it. I just like you could just
Totally. Yes.
when you're in the
That's
mountains,
exactly it. It's
so
like
nice.
it's your true essence, is presented. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I go out. I try to get outside at work and sit in the
Hmm.
grass. It's all brown
Yeah.
now, but
That's okay. It's
but
still outside.
I was sitting out there today, just sitting in the grass and just trying to ground
Mhm.
myself and all of that. And it's just really,
Totally.
I love to be outside. I mean, even if it's just being there, I love the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
It's beautiful. It's such a gift.
it
And it's so
is. It,
beautiful. And then you have the
right.
fall. Like I think, people are like, oh, the trees are so beautiful. It's like they are beautiful in the fall. They're like, oh, they're so colorful. But that's kind of a really good example of how nature, parallels it. It's our teacher as humans, like of how to navigate the natural world. It's like if you really think about the tree, those leaves, they're dying, but they're these beautiful bright colors. And that's showing us the beauty in the death of one space and starting anew somewhere else, like transformation, divorce very much, or any difficult time in anyone's life. It's like the death of one version of self is so beautiful because now we're opening space for a new version to present.
for the spring.
Totally. Oh, and spring is so fun. And winter's cool too. Like winter is definitely guiding us to rest, kind of like the bear hibernating. It's like winter, you don't plant seeds in winter, but you rest and restore. And I'm going to do a lot of meditating and make a lot of delicious stews with vegetables and, like really just take advantage of the season and be in that vibration of restoring, renewal, reading, writing, just kind of those cathartic practices during winter. And then spring, of course, like you just said, it's like, ooh, rebirth, revival. It's like,
Rebirth, right?
what seeds can I plant? What can I put out there? What do I want to create? And yeah, so it's really fun. I feel to live, parallel and in alignment with the natural vibration of this beautiful Mother Earth. I think it's so powerful. It's such a powerful connective practice. And I think it makes life a lot more magical for me, to at least like I can just speak for my own, but being
Right.
that connected, to the earth and being that connected to the ether is just, yeah, it's a really magical space to be in. And
Yeah,
everyone can do it. That's the thing.
exactly. Exactly. Do you resonate with or speak with the animals? Are you able to do that? Kind of like,
That's a good question.
you know,
I always connect to them, like I share love with them. Like a couple weeks ago when I was hiking in the Sangre de Cristo wilderness, and I mean that's like a real, I've never done a hike like that. That was like a real hike. That was like indigenous people do this, like live there. I mean, it's not like a hike in Boulder where it's like, oh, everything is carved out and there's signs everywhere. But when I was on that hike, I was definitely communicating with the animals because I could feel them. I couldn't see them, but I could feel. And in that wilderness, I mean, there's a lot of different animals: wolves, bears, mountain lions, elk, moose. Like there's a lot of stuff in there. So I wasn't necessarily talking with them, but I was energetically connecting with them, and I was very mindful of the vibration I was sharing with the forest and with the animals to make sure it was a vibration of love and of light and of gratitude, to be in their natural habitat. And very much like I'm not here to disrupt anything. I'm not here to get in a fight with any of you animals. I love you
right?
all. So in that sense, yes, in that sense for sure. Like energetically connecting, yes, 100%.
So when you're on hikes, so it sounds like you do a lot of hiking.
Hmm.
Have you, I'm going to kind of go off the
Yeah.
page here a little bit. Have you encountered or heard or anything of Sasquatch?
No, not yet.
Not
But
yet.
maybe the more I'm being very called to Crestone, Colorado, which is it's if you Google it, it's like one of the top five as far as spiritually, like energetically charged places in the country. And they're actually like in the gas stations or like tourist like the shops, they have Sasquatch stuff. So I don't know. So I haven't yet, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be hiking a lot more. I'm going to start doing retreats in Crestone, all different kinds of retreats for people going through a divorce, retreats or already have been through one and still haven't healed, retreats for married couples or people who aren't married but are in a committed relationship that are kind of struggling. And I want to do retreats for kids to get kids connected and the adults too, but reconnected with the earth, and have fire ceremonies and do breath work and meditation and really like mapping out our dream life and reflections and all of those things. But yeah, Crestone is calling, and so I don't know, maybe if we reconnect in like 6 months, my answer will be different.
Okay. Well, I would love to hear it if you do, because I've been sitting at or setting out peanut butter and bubbles and
Oh
stuff
my
like that
God, I
for
love you. Yeah.
when we go camping, but nothing yet. The one time we was up at a camp, a summer camp
Hmm.
area, because we do volunteer to clean it up for the summer campers. And I set my stuff out on one of the altars that was there, and the
Hmm.
counselors walked by, and I think they took all my stuff, but it's okay.
Oh, oh,
I didn't.
oh,
I saw them over there. I thought, oh, maybe I better say something before they take it.
oh,
And it's like, oh. Then I went back later, and it was gone. So
oh. Well, maybe it was Sasquatch. You never know. Well, unless you saw him,
I think it was them.
then
I
you
think
know.
it was
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like if there's an intention and it feels very strong in you, I always believe that if there is a strong intention and a belief that something will happen, that is manifesting. It's like feeling the feelings. Like you don't have to see Sasquatch to feel, the feel. It's like really embracing, embodying those feelings of having like of what it's going to feel like to see Sasquatch,
Right.
and then that's how our external, world changes is from our internal shift, which is really exciting. And it's totally contrary to everything that we were all programmed to believe since we were babies, you know?
Right. 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 I think I heard one in front of my house.
Oh my gosh.
And which was kind of weird because you don't necessarily hear of them being in the city. And
Yeah.
it was like across the street and on the other side of my neighbor's house.
What does it sound
And
like?
it was like, um, you
Oh my
know, I
gosh.
was like, that's
Wow.
not a dog.
Oh my
That's nothing
gosh.
I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
And it was only like not far away at all.
Maybe you are attracting Sasquatch. Seriously. I mean, if that is yeah, if you're feeling the feelings, I mean, that's the new space that I'm living in for the past, it's been a week and a half only. So, I mean, I've been studying this forever, but well, for 15 years, really studying it, but now really embodying this of like, okay, wait a minute. I am the co-creator of my life. I am going to change my feelings within because the external is really just a reflection, like the holographic universe. It's reflecting to me my feelings, my way of being, my thoughts, my beliefs that have been passed down from my lineage. So yeah, I think you're totally going to attract Sasquatch, Dana. I feel
I'm
it very
excited
strongly.
for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
am too.
excited because it's like I just feel like they would be like this great big old teddy bear kind of thing,
Oh
you
my
know?
God,
I
you are
just
so
feel
cute.
so like such a wonderful friendship
Oh,
for
I
them,
love that.
you
Yeah.
know? And up at the camp there was a tree that was it was can't say if it was pushed over or not, but it
Hmm.
was onto another tree, and then another branch was kind of weaved in through that. So it's like, well, that can't necessarily happen naturally. So I
Yeah.
put peanut butter and bubbles there next to
Oh
that
my
tree.
gosh, I love you.
Nothing
Oh,
happened,
it's
but
happening soon, love. I feel like it's happening soon, for sure. For sure. 100%. I have no doubt. Because you're so strong in your feeling that it really, yeah, it's almost like just continuously all day, every day, as much as you can, remembering to feel the feelings of you seeing and meeting and becoming friends with Sasquatch. That really is how it works. At least that's what I'm exploring now, but that's what all the leaders in the field have said. And I trust them. And it's also become a non-negotiable for me of like, this is the path that I'm choosing. I am co-creating my life, and I have my three kids doing it, because I feel, even though I'm not certain, but I do feel that there's more power if more of us are doing it. So if four of us are really spending as much time as possible all day, every day, feeling the feelings of our dream life, as long as our dream life, our house, I made sure like, okay, the house that we're envisioning is similar, as long as it's similar, then I mean, they're my kids, they're 14, 12, and 11. So, well, now 13, 14, 13, and 11. But if they change their external reality, well, mine has to change because they can't move into a house on their own. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's become really fun. It's become a really fun, it's become really, really fun. And I'm noticing so many changes in myself from doing it, of like being called to go to the gym and exercise every day and like be in water, and sweat in the sauna, swim, like use the water to like cleanse anything. Like everything has become very ritualistic for me, since I've been doing this, of like being very mindful, because it is an energy thing. We have to make sure we feel good physically, and our mind is clear. So there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, I talk to my shaman all the time about things, and we always say, like, it's very simple, but it's not very easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It takes diligence. And I feel like that's part of kind of the new space that I'm finding myself in, is like talking more about, like before it was kind of like my professional life and my personal life, and my personal life is very, very spiritual. I am really good friends with my shaman. I love him so much, and he's taught me so much. And I do different, plant medicine ceremonies and different retreats, and I do all this stuff. And I feel like my work, it fueled the work, and it helped the solace journey. But now I'm feeling so strongly called to merge them, and to just be so open and transparent about all of it, because I feel like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of people are feeling a shift in, they're starting to feel like they don't want to feel like garbage anymore, is the easiest way to say it. Like people are starting to get to the point of saying, you know what? I don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm sick of feeling this way. I felt this way my whole life. I want to do something different. And I feel like with that, I want to do something different. There are resources out there, but I feel like, yeah, you have to kind of seek them, and you have to kind of know that there's resources to find. And so, yeah, I mean, I've been talking to all of my good friends, who are in my plant medicine community, who are doing other work in this world, but they're all in the same space. And I keep feeling so strongly like we need to share. We need to share what we know, not as saying I'm the end all be all, I know everything, but in sharing, this work, this way of changing the way I see my life, this way of really digging deep and figuring out, what are the blocks that I have? Where do these come from? What am I happy with? What am I not happy with? And kind of going into the depths of your soul, through plant medicine work and stuff. It's helped me so much, and I'm going to continue doing it. And so now I'm just in a space of, I want to share it. I want to share it with people, so people know that it's here. And when they're feeling this way of, I don't want to feel this way anymore, I'm sick of feeling like garbage, then they can explore other things that help them feel better.
I've gotten into herbs lately.
Yeah.
So actually this past summer I started growing herbs. I was gonna
Oh, it's
like
wonderful.
make little pouches with them and everything and sell them,
Yeah.
but that didn't materialize. And I'm not a gardener that well. Plus, I don't know what to do with it. So, anyways, it kind of happened. But anyways,
Yeah.
but lately I've been putting like spices for like a pumpkin pie
Hmm.
in my coffee and in my oatmeal and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So I'm getting my cinnamon in there. I'm getting all
Totally.
those things going. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's helping out much or anything, but I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be doing something for me. So
Totally.
I'm just keeping it going. If nothing else, it tastes
Yeah.
good.
Exactly. And it's from the earth. I think like my kind of I don't know, health, way of being is if it's from the earth, if it grows on the earth, I'm good with that. Earth, the plants, everything, it's here to heal. So yeah, so I think, adding anything from the earth is always a really beautiful gift you're giving yourself, because you think of those plants, and they're growing from the solar energy. So they have all that sun energy. And then at night, they're absorbing all the moon, which is like the feminine creative energy. You know what I mean? It's just so
Yeah.
amazing. It's like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's really beautiful. And especially when you're using them with intentionality and you're recognizing, all the powerful elements and parts to what you're eating. It feels really good. So
Yeah.
that's awesome that you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting there. We had a pretty good garden this year.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I've used up most of my foods now, but it's really a lot out there. And I never thought about the sun and the moon
Yeah.
being part of that energy space. I was like, oh, yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Totally. Yes. It feels good.
Yeah. So another story you were talking to me about was having a visit from your dad.
Mm,
Would you like to speak of
totally.
that one?
Yeah, I mean, my dad died in March of 2024. And that was really when he died, the whole everything leading up to it, like he had stage 4 cancer, and so we knew, I knew that he, and I actually found out that he had stage 4 cancer 5 minutes before night one of an ayahuasca ceremony. It was the weekend retreat, and it was the first night, and it was 5 minutes before, and I'd asked my mom to text me because I didn't want to have a conversation, and we didn't know what stage it was. So she texted me stage 4. So the first night of ayahuasca, I mourned his death. Because I knew that he didn't believe he could heal himself, and that's fine. It's not a judgment call. I knew that he didn't believe that, and I also knew that he would use traditional Western medicine, for the cancer. And I also knew that his physical body wasn't very strong. So I mourned his death. And then the week leading up to his passing was just magical. I mean, it would be a whole nother conversation to have a whole hour podcast, but it was magical. We were supposed to fly, me and my kids. My kids hadn't seen him for 6 months. My guides told me the day before we were flying out, drive, I went to get my hair done. I was like, I'm not driving to Chicago. We have flights at 6 a.m. Went to get my hair done. And I was just like, I'm just going to sit in this space and see what else comes. They told me I need new tires. And so right after my hair appointment, and then when I was in the chair, our flight was canceled because there was going to be a huge storm in Denver. So I went straight to the tire place, and on a scale of 1 to 11, 11 is the best, 1 is the worst. My 2 front tires were 2s, so I needed new tire. So anyway, we drove there, and yeah, his passing was so powerful for me in the sense that when he died, we were there. And then I had already had a planned spring break trip for my kids to go to Florida because they hadn't seen my dad, their grandpa in 6 months. He was 128 pounds. I was seeing him every month. So I knew it was going to be hard for them. So I booked this trip to spring break in Florida. And so we left and went to Florida, and my dad was on hospice. So he went on hospice on Tuesday. We flew out on Thursday. And when he died, the moment he died, I was on the same mat in the ceremony room that I was in that 5 minutes before I had found out that he had stage 4 cancer. So I was in this very sacred space for me, this ceremonial space on the same, like in the same location of my mat when he died. There was this beautiful woman who could feel something had happened, came over and said a prayer. And then that whole trip in Florida was so magical. I mean, so many things happened, and it was my aunt, my cousin, me, my three kids, and we're all very open to spirituality. We were all very close with my dad. And every time something magical would happen, we all would say, that was Papa, that was my dad. And so on that trip, I still remember going out to my aunt's the the pier to the canal, and I could feel my dad so strongly that I committed in that moment. This is my path. I am living the spiritual path. I'm living aligned with my life purpose, with my inner guidance and truth. I'm open to receiving messages. And when my dad was dying, I told him, anytime you want to share anything with me, I'm very open. And I told him, if you ever want to find me, you can find me in an ayahuasca ceremony, because grandma, his mom, my grandma, always comes every time, every ayahuasca retreat I've done. She has always come. So yeah, since then, I mean, he's now my strongest guide. When he was in his human form, we always got along really well and had fun together. But my spiritual beliefs, my family and my spiritual beliefs they don't usually, mesh super well. It's getting better. But now, yeah, now that he's passed, he gives me messages all the time. And if I need help, I always ask, Dad, please help me. Like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Send me a sign. And then they always do, they always do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been so helpful to me in the past, since March 2024, a year and a half. It's been very, very, yeah, very powerful to have him as a guide now.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff because I learned that you can ask your parents or whoever to go whenever they need to. Because I had a conversation with my mom. She passed in
Hmm.
23, February of 23. And she had diabetes. So that's really what got her. But
Hmm.
anyways, 2 weeks before she passed, I'm like, Mom, you're not feeling good. You're always, tired or hurting and everything. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
we're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Whenever their time is right, it's going to be okay. Us kids are all
Yep.
going to be fine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then her birthday came. Her birthday was on the 6th. And then so that went fine. And then on the weekend prior to Valentine's Day, she went in with a heart attack.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she went in with a heart attack. And then she came home on Monday. She spent Valentine's Day with my dad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she's home again. And this lady here, let me tell you, she's been so in and out of the hospital. I was getting to the point, Mom is never going to die. She's just never going to die. She keeps going in and it's
She's going to
like,
be here
this
for
is going to be the
400
last
years.
time. This isn't going to work. She's not coming out. And next thing you know, she's
Oh
back
my
home. It's like the lady
gosh.
will never die. So, um, but on Valentine's Day, she spent the day with my dad. And 10
Hmm.
o'clock that night, um, she went down again, and dad took her back to the hospital. And when they got to the emergency room, um, she was in the back, and my dad heard the announcement going on about the room. And he's like, That's Mom's room.
Oh,
She went
wow.
into cardiac arrest. So then she was then pretty much on life support at that point. So we ended up, taking her off. But so my brother was in the room with them when they took her off. And
Oh,
this
wow.
is my
Okay.
brother. It's so funny. My family's pretty sensitive and they've got all of this. The two of them don't believe. But anyways, my brother was there, and when my mom passed, he got the
Hmm.
inclination to look up in the corner of the room. And
Oh.
when he did, he got to see the tunnel. He saw the
Oh my
tunnel.
goodness.
He saw my mom walking up. the tunnel, turned around, and told them, I'm going to be okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that's
And
so
turned around and
beautiful.
walked off. And I'm like,
That's so beautiful. Do you feel her now? Do you feel her with you? Do you hear from like messages from her too?
I just got chills, but telling that story, I have a few times now when her birthday came up the next year, the following year. I go, Mom, in case I'm busy, give me a sign when you're nearby and I'll wish you a happy birthday.
Oh,
And not 20 minutes later, I got on my phone and, doing my searching and everything. And up pops this huge birthday cake. And
oh,
like, there you
wow.
go, Mom. I've never had,
Totally.
I know, totally. Because I've never had a birthday cake before or after. Um,
Wow.
and
Oh,
so,
that's so amazing.
so she's come through a couple times like that. So, I mean, that's been really cool. And,
Yeah.
to have her do that. And
Yeah, it feels really comforting to know, that we have our ancestor. They're all cheering us on. I mean, really,
mm,
they're all because they once they pass, they can see how the lineage beliefs and ways of being and the feelings, created the same thing over and over. And they don't want us to do that because they love us. And
right.
so, yeah,
Yeah.
that's so amazing. That's so
And that's,
beautiful.
and, a month after she passed, I got this word come through to me saying podcast.
Oh,
And I
wow.
know nothing about podcasting, right?
Hmm.
This was all just well,
Wow.
a month later, I had my first show out. So 2 months after my mom passed, I had my first show out.
Hmm. Wow.
And so because of that, all the shirts I wear are my mom's. So
Oh, that's
in
so
my
fun.
yeah, so all my shirts I wear on the podcast is from my mom. They were my mom's. And the pictures are all pictures I've taken personally. So
Hmm.
it's just kind of fun to
That's so
have that
fun.
nature stuff and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so connected. It's so beautiful that you were given that message, and that's how it does work. It's like everyone receives messages, whether or not they like act on them or, think that they're true or whatever. It's like, and I love that you did that because it's such a powerful statement of like receiving a divine message and then doing it, inspired thought and inspired action and trusting and doing, and I love that you wear your mom's shirts and you take all your
Yeah, it's
pictures
been
and
fun.
yeah, it's so intentional. I love that
Yeah.
intentionality. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so now it's been 2.5 years. April will be 3 years. So and I've had a
Wow.
great time. I've had so much fun doing all
Yeah.
of this. I mean, my people, my guests, everybody has been just amazing. And it's just so much fun.
It's so fun. And it's so fun that you're attracting people to you and having these conversations because everyone has their own life purpose. Everyone is here for a different reason. And I think it's such a beautiful gift when and other podcasters are doing what you're doing and bringing people on to share about the gifts, that they're sharing with the world. It's like such a powerful space. So thank you for doing it. It's amazing.
Oh, it's been so much fun. I've been I so much fun. I've had so much
Yeah.
fun. I'll just put it that
It's
way. You know,
perfect. It's so beautiful.
I say it all the time that my guest always leaves me speechless because just the fantastic things that they talk about and the power that they give to the earth. And it's just, I think each and every one of you guys, it just blow me out of the water because I'm just like, this is just so cool.
It's
So
so
awesome
fun.
what you guys do. And I just let everybody else know. I mean, to doing this is just letting people know, we can all do this. No
Totally. But
one,
that's the thing. It's like you need both, you need both spaces. Otherwise it's not as it doesn't have as big of an impact for sure. You know.
yeah, yeah. Nobody's crazy. We're all good.
We're all
We're all
good.
good. We're all
Yeah.
good.
We're all good.
So, do you have time for one more story?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. We do have another story that you spoke of being in a steam room.
Oh my gosh, yes. The steam room incident, that was July of 2023. And I don't know if you can see it. It's really light. I have a scar like
Yeah,
here.
yeah, we get it.
Yeah, so I do breath work and I practice it now. I'm working to do it every day, like at least 45 minutes of really intense breath work just to kind of connect me. But I also, or I guess, and I also do it in the steam room and sauna. And the reason I do it in the steam room and sauna is because it is hotter. And so I find I can get to that ether space faster. I'm very intense, I'm a Virgo. Like I just like things like it's like 100% like let's do it kind of thing. And so yeah, I was in the East Boulder Rec steam room. It was 9 a.m. on a Saturday. And the only significance about that is that if anyone who knows Boulder, Colorado, it's very active. There's a lot of people doing things. And no one was in the steam room when this happened, which is weird, other than maybe they were swimming outside because it was July. So maybe that's why. But yeah, I was doing what's called 44 breaths. So it's, 7 deep breaths and then 2 sets of 7 medium breaths and then 3 sets of 7 shallow breaths. And then you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe all the way in and you bring all the prana into your body and you hold it. And then you breathe out, you breathe in, and then you breathe all the way out. It's called the breath of death and you hold it. And I was on round two of three, 44 breaths. And I did the breath of death. And then the next thing I knew, I heard a noise. And then I woke up and I was on the floor of the steam room. And I was embarrassed because I was like, what am I doing on the floor? Like I was on the second seat, which is like 3.5 feet up. So the second, elevated tier, and I didn't know what I was doing on the floor. I thought other people were in there. And so I was embarrassed. So at first I'm like, oh my God, like I'm on the floor. What am I doing on the floor? And then I said it again. I remember saying, oh my God, like what? Because my mind is trying to understand, like, what am I doing on the floor of the steam room? And I had no memory of it and then the third, oh my God, was I looked down and there was blood all over the floor. And the third, oh my God, was realizing, oh my gosh, like I did the breath of death and I always hold my hands like this to like release all the old and call in all the new. And I was like, oh my God, I passed out and I face planted. I face planted from 3.5 feet up of the steam room. I face planted onto the tile cement floor of the Boulder Rec. And in that moment, when I realized that, and I'm not a medical person, like I cannot handle with my kids. I don't like the teeth. Like I didn't love that. That grosses me out. Like when they fall out, like I don't like blood. I freak out. Like I'm not good with it. And right when I realized, all of a sudden I heard a voice and it was very low. And the voice said, breathe. And so I was like, okay. And I'm a breathwork facilitator, so I'm trained to breathe this way. So I kept doing the breathing. I felt both grandmothers who, one died in 1994, another 2005. Both grandmothers kind of like this above me, just giving me so much love. And then the voice said, you have come here to do big things and you need to do them. And I was like, okay. And I'm breathing. And I grabbed my cap and goggles. I grabbed my water bottle. So I was present. I intuitively held my chin like this. I went to the shower. I didn't want to look in the mirror. I kind of just kicked the blood and just kind of breathing and wondering, oh my God, Jen, like what did you effing do? Like, oh my God, like do you have any teeth left? Like I didn't even touch my teeth with my tongue. I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Like everything is fine. I finally looked and no, I didn't chip any teeth. No teeth. I didn't hit
Wow.
my head. I had a hole in the center of my chin. I texted at that point, my ex-husband and I, we relocated from Chicago to Boulder, and we lived together for 3 years. He now lives with his beautiful partner, Val. She's amazing. So we don't live together anymore, but this time we were living together. I texted him, hey, I was doing breath work and I face planted unconscious onto a tile cement floor, and I think I need stitches. So I came home and I got my earbuds in. I handed my eldest, Harvey, my phone. I'm like, Harvey, find my breathwork link, because my shaman does a breathwork course every month for 3 hours on a Saturday. And it was that Saturday. That's why I was there, to clear out any like superficial stuff so I could go deeper in the 3 hour course. So I had 3 minutes. So he finds it. And I ask, Aaron and my daughter, do you think I need stitches? They say, I don't know. And then I look up and they saw bone. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go upstairs in my bedroom. I'm going to do breath work for 3 hours. I'm going to try to heal myself. And we're going to see where we're at that point. So I did the 3 hours. I kept breathing, kept breathing, kept breathing. At the end of it, and before the actual breath, you have 5 minutes. So I came down, I got some water. My daughter started talking about some girl drama. I was like, Junie, I can't right now, because I realized my jaw was out of alignment. And I can't do medical things. I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't go to the doctor. I heal from the earth and from the sun and from exercise and sleep. So I'm like, oh my God, if I need surgery, I will die. Like, I just will die. I just can't even. And so I told June, I'm like, I'm going to go upstairs and do this hour of breath work, and I'm going to realign my jaw. And so that was my intention for the hour of deep breath work. And I did. And when I was done, my jaw was in alignment again. And I had 5 stitches. 5 is the number of change. And that night I had already bought tickets for Barbie. It was when Barbie was like new. And so I already had bought tickets for Barbie. I was like in the garage thinking, I don't even know what happened. Like, I don't have a headache. None of my body was like cut or hurting. It was so weird. It wasn't even like swollen. I FaceTimed my parents that night and I told my kids, do not tell them what happened. Like, they're going to freak out. Like, do not tell them that your mom passed out doing breath work. And my mom said, oh, they didn't even notice. My mom said, you look so amazing. What's going on with you? And I'm thinking in my head, oh, I had a near death experience this morning. That's what's going on. So before the movie, I took a little break and I rested. I felt both grandmothers again. But this time, my mom's mom told me the world is your oyster. And my dad's mom told me, go get him, kid. And they were really excited. The next day, I go to the movie. I actually chipped a tooth on a popcorn kernel. And my guides told me when I was resting before the movie, they told me not to eat the popcorn. And then I got to the movie theater and I was like, I went through a lot today. And like Boulder, they put it tastes like they put lime in the butter. And I love that. And then I put like Coke Zero on. So it's like sweet and savory and limey. It's so good. So I was like, I've been through a lot. I'm going to get popcorn. Of course, I eat the popcorn. I chip a tooth. I don't chip a tooth from face planting onto a tile cement floor and hitting my chin and whatever that knocks your teeth. I didn't do anything there. But so of course, always listen to the guides. And then the next morning I woke up and it was amazing. I had symmetrical bruises on both shoulders, under both ribs, and above both kneecaps. The symmetrical, which means when I fell, I was unconscious. I held my breath too long and I passed out, and I was unconscious when I fell, but it means that I fell in perfect symmetry. And my scar is in the exact middle of my chin. It's like the chances of that happening are, I think, very low. I'm not an engineer, but I just feel like that's pretty wild. And then day 2, and I promise I'm almost done. It was 5 days. Day 2, I realized, because every day it was something new, because I didn't want to know what happened. I was like, I'm good. Everything's cool. But day 2, I realized I have these like bones, like,
Oh,
they're bones. And most people their bottom is like this. They don't have these
uh-huh.
bones. They're called something, starts with a T. Anyway, my whole life at this point, I was 46 years old, almost 47. My whole life, my tongue hadn't fit in my mouth because of the torrens, I think they're called. Because of these torrens, my tongue didn't fit underneath my like teeth. It didn't affect my speech or anything, but it was just annoying. And the noise that I heard when I woke up on the floor of the steam room was like an egg cracking. It it shattered something. It moved them down and back where now my tongue could fit in my mouth. And my girlfriend who works in Boulder, who does cosmetic dentistry, told me that's a $6,000 surgery. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like that's just amazing. I mean, the whole thing, it was just so wild. It was so wild. And it ended with day 5. Our neighbors texted us and said, hey, there are 3 elk deer in the front of your house. So we all looked and they were huge. They were majestical. They were so beautiful. So of course I Google, what is the spiritual meaning of seeing 3 elk? And there's 11 things, and I'm reading the 11 things, and all 11 of them, I am going through every single one with this steam room experience, because the whole time I'm thinking, how did I not hurt myself? How did I not have a headache? Like I didn't have any pain, no pain. How is this possible? And then I got a little freaked out. So I told my kids, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to take a shower. I went in my bathroom, the toilet seat is down. I like sit on it and I look, I forgot I had symmetrical bruises on my hands too. So I look down at my hands though, and this is 5 days later and the bruises are gone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the only time in this whole experience that I really got freaked out, because I was like, I think I died. Why are my bruises gone? They were just here, it's only 5 days. Why are they gone? And I really thought that I died in the steam room. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is what happens. Because I saw a glitch in the sky in day 3. I saw a glitch and I was like, what is that? And then I saw it again. I'm like, what the heck is that? So on day 5, I was like, oh, I know what that glitch was. I actually died. And this is what happens when you die. They must make your life seem like it's going normal. And then they break the news to you. Actually you died, in the steam room. And that's what that glitch was. It was wild. And then I was crying and my guides told me, they're like, go to your altar. So I went to my altar space in my room and I had a mosaic Jesus, Jesus mosaic kind of in the center of my altar. And yeah, that's what snapped me out of it. I was like, okay, if you could do it and you were human, if you can live this spiritual existence and you have magic and you walked on water and you turned water into wine and you were spreading love and teaching, these whole ways of being, and he went through all of these initiations during his life. I was like, okay, if you can do it, I can do it too. I'm good. I didn't die. I'm committed to the path. Thank you, guides, for whatever you did. And I have done ayahuasca ceremonies since, and every time I am hoping that she will show me what happened, because it was divine. It had to have been divine. I don't know any other way if anyone's listening who is an engineer who can tell me at 145 pounds, being on the second seat of a steam room, being unconscious and falling face first, face planting. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so that was a very profound moment, because that's when I'm like, okay, we are guided, and I was given the message, I've come here to do big things. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do it, whatever I can do it. And I have a really loud voice and I have a unique way of seeing things a lot of times. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do whatever my big thing is that I came here to do.
Well, I have to hear about what happened and when you find out.
Oh, I will. You're going to share with me when you see Sasquatch. I'm going to share with you when I understand what happened. Totally. Totally. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I love you.
You got it. You got it. But yeah, you have to come back and tell us some more of your stories. That'll be awesome.
Oh, totally. They keep having, and that's the thing that I want to share with your listeners. It really, if you choose to live this path, of alignment, of connecting to the earth, connecting to the ether, connecting to your soul, and really shifting, the way that you're experiencing life, magic happens all the time. There are so many stories that I could share with you, Dana, that are just like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? It's so magical. And of course it is, because it is magical. It's like we're here to enjoy this life. We're here to share our unique gifts with the world and make other human life better. And I feel, when we do that, we're so rewarded with the universe just like presenting all of these scenarios and it's like, wait, what? What happened? How did that happen? I don't know how that happened, but it was amazing, you know? It's so fun.
Well, we'll have to keep in touch because, yeah, I've got tons of stories too now that I can share with you. My listeners have heard
Totally.
it multiple times probably now, but
Oh, I would
yeah,
love that.
it's fun. It's fun to talk about it, fun to just explore and I keep working and working on getting new stuff going on, getting my own business going with this
Yes, Queen.
and yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's what it is. It's following and we were talking about the work that you're stepping into. It's like, and when you talk about it, your soul lights up. You know, you can feel it.
yeah,
It's like, yes, do that. Like whatever lights
yeah,
your soul on fire and lights you up, do that. You know,
yeah.
that's what we're here to do. So I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. And I
I
can't
just
wait to
got to
hear
think
updates.
I just got to figure out which direction I want to go because I want to do all of this.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at doing some CE5s. I would like to do some Sasquatch um, searching and
Totally.
investigations or whatever. Yeah. And I like ghost tours. I don't want to go on another ghost tour. So I'm like
Yeah.
do some investigations. I did one investigation with a friend's house,
Yes.
So
Yes.
there's so many different areas I want to go in and yeah,
Yeah. That's what
yeah,
it is following the calling, you know, and trusting. I think that's the biggest thing is having faith and trust and belief that you are being guided, that this is your path, this is your journey, this is your medicine that you are sharing with the world. And yeah, having full faith and trust that it's all going to work out, you know, and that's where I think the programs are so strong of like, you need to work hard to make money and you have to stay in this job for this retirement and blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh my gosh, just, you know, I wish I
right.
could cauterize those programs of like, I don't want them anymore. But I think we do, you know, what you're talking about with the shifts that you're making in your life. I think that is how we do it is
Yeah,
continuing to follow and trust. So yeah, I'm sending you so much love as you navigate this new space. It's exciting.
it is exciting. I can't wait to see where it leads me. So
Totally.
yeah,
Totally. It's going to be a space of magic. So that's a good thing to be excited about.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, any last words for us today?
I am just sending you and all of your listeners so much love as we all, as a human consciousness, shift, you know, into, you could say the fifth dimension, you know, this higher dimensional space. And yeah, I'm just sharing so much love with everyone who is feeling it and who is doing what you just shared, you know, following their inner guidance, following their path and trusting that. And yeah, enjoy the journey, everyone, because that's what we're here to do. So let's enjoy it.
and it's and it's a lot of fun.
It is. Yes, exactly.
It is. It's been so much fun. I can't get enough of it. It just I'm like
Yes.
so into it. I just like this is all I want to do. Just
Yeah.
meditate. I want to do this. I want to just be in the
Yes.
mountains. I
Yes.
just want to be, there's just so much. I need another
Totally.
48 hours in my day.
Yeah. Well, we can do that too. We can start stretching time. And
Yes,
I'm so
I'm
grateful, Dana. Thank you for the invitation for coming today. I'm so grateful to you.
absolutely. You're welcome back anytime. So if anyone else out there has any stories you would like to share, email me at lighttalk423@gmail.com and we will talk with everybody later. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Dana. Thank you.
Uh-huh. See ya.